from the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. And then there were four. This week's question of who will rise finds us with 2 women and 2 men's teams left to determine who will win the 2020 SIAC basketball title. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Championship Saturday in the SIAC for 2020 basketball. Charles Ward here with the play-by-play story for the women's championship ball game and the men's championship ball game in the 2020 SIAC basketball tournament. Women's action will feature 2 competitive teams. One will walk away with the crown for this year. The Tigerettes of Tuskegee, 14-12 on the regular season, 11-8 in the SIAC, punching their ticket yesterday into the championship ball game. They will meet the number 1 team out of the East, the Lady Tigers of Benedict College, at 15-13 overall, and they finished the regular season at 12-7. These teams will tangle it up to determine who will win the title. Take a look at the starting lineups for both teams that will help them on their journey this afternoon. For the Tigerettes of Tuskegee University, a very aggressive bunch of good playing in the tournament thus far, led by the point guard India Blakely, Normisha Pitts turning in a great tournament as well. Shari Lay, Ashleah Jackson, and Shelly Daniels, those 3 in the front are in the back on the wings and inside, have been dominant inside this tournament for the Tigerettes. Now, for the Lady Tigers of Benedict College, they'll shape it up this way. 5 starters for them. Mahogany Randall out front, joined by Jasmine Golson. And all SIAC first-team player and player of the year, Ayanna Bay, on the wing for the Lady Tigers, joined by Cameron Bostic and Raven Kimball for the Lady Tigers of Benedict College. Lady Tigers coached by James Rice, and the Tigerettes of Tuskegee University coached by Trelane Howell for Tuskegee. So players are introduced here inside the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. It's been an action-packed week, and it's all coming down to this. On the women's side, Tuskegee will be looking for their 3rd championship overall and their 1st under head coach Trelane Powell. And for the Lady Tigers, going for their 7th. Officials handling the court today will be Kimberly Haywood, Tanita Dumas, and Terrell Johnson with the officiating for this afternoon's championship ball game. Benedict chasing its 7th title, and under head coach James Rice, he is chasing his 4th. So out of the 7 that they have, 3 belong to him already. Nothing else to be said. Get to center court and get this one going. It's the finale of the 2020 SIAC basketball tournament. And 2 of the best, Lady Tigers and the Tigerettes of Tuskegee. Boston will jump against Jackson to get us going. And we're underway with Benedict handling the basketball first. Out front immediately, a triple there by Mahogany Randall to get things started. Randall with 5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists in their semifinal ball game on yesterday. So early 3-0 lead, first period. Pitts handles. Back over to Blakely. Blakely, 2nd team all SIAC. Back to Pitts, rifles a 3, missed on that shot. Randall pushes right side for Benedict and whistles back down on the other end of the floor. Foul going to be called. Looks like it's going against the Lady Tigers of Benedict. Bostic going to be guilty of a foul headed down the floor. Sends a Tigerette tumbling as we come back the other way with live action. Bostic kind of tied up Blakely and tripped her up there. Pitts underneath left side, missed on the shot, but Jackson with her first rebound. But she is guilty of the travel violation. Benedict with the early 3-0 lead. This is Golson handling. Golson, 3 points, 1 rebound in the semifinal win for the Lady Tigers. Shot clock already at 10 for Benedict now. They're just getting into that set. Expect a lot of substitutions by Coach James Rice. That is his pattern. Golson now with 2 to shoot. They got it down at the block. Shots missed at the base. Rebound, and we go back the other way. It was Kimball missing on the other end and back the other way. Blakely with a basket for the Tigerettes and gets the first scores for Tuskegee. Right side now, Bay to the left, in traffic and a whistle on the play. She will be going to the line. So Bay to shoot, and there's our first run of substitutions there for Coach James Rice. Out on the floor, Wakira Johnson-Kelly. Ayanna Armstead out on the floor. Amaya Ashby, as well as Shanisa White. So Bay, the only remaining starter, out on the floor now. But you don't lose much when you bring in those 4. Last night, Amaya Ashby with a double-double for the Lady Tigers in their semifinal ball game. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal. 5-2 lead for the Lady Tigers. It's Blakely across the timeline now for Tuskegee. Pitts out front. She'll push left side in the paint. Runner off the mark. Bay clears for the Lady Tigers. Ayanna Bay, first team All-SIAC and Player of the Year. There is Ashby here with her first offering. Off the mark, but the rebound at the base by Johnson-Kelly. But it's taken away now by Tuskegee. Blakely chops out a 3-pointer. Spinners off the mark. Rebound. Down at the block, Daniels, and she got the squeaker left side. Good rebound on the inside by Sheree Lay, the junior, to keep that play alive for Tuskegee. Daniels with the finish. Daniels with 10 points, 10 rebounds. She had a double-double for Tuskegee in their semifinal matchup yesterday. Here's Bay on the move. Back out now to Johnson-Kelly. Ayanna, left side all the way through to the rack. Shot it hard, but White there with the putback, and she draws a foul. So Shanicia White, the junior, will be shooting here for the Lady Tigers. Bay with a good look on the runner left side. Expectation was that she didn't think she was going to be that wide open after she made the turn. So White to shoot here. White at 61% on the regular season from the free throw line. She knocks down the first here. 7:01 in this first period of the women's championship ball game. We're live from the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center in Rock Hill, South Carolina. White for the second, got them both from the line. Semifinal ball game yesterday, Tuskegee 65% from the free throw line. And for the Lady Tigers of Benedict, they were 62% from the line, 5 of 8. Tuskegee on their end of the floor now. Lay, foul line extended, tried to bank it, but she missed. Pitts gives chase. Blakely keeps it for Tuskegee now. Fresh 20 to shoot. Blakely, right side, stops, pops, and the spinner stays down for her. So Blakely, the junior from Troy, Alabama, with that basket. Benedict by 1 point. White in the paint with the runner. Shots off the mark. Lady Tigers will chase it down, though, for a fresh 20. Armstead from out front. She's dangerous from behind the arc. So is White. Spinner there. The evidence almost got it to fall. But the backside rebound, Ashby, they kept it alive, and we have a whistle down low. Right now, Benedict a little bit more aggressive at their second chance, or the rebounds that are coming up. This time it was Johnson-Kelly who kept it alive, and she was fouled. Kyla Thomas out on the floor now for Coach Powell. She will replace Shari Lay in their lineup. Johnson-Kelly true on the first free throw. So far, Benedict perfect from the free throw line. she got them both. Teams met once during the regular season. And it was Tuskegee losing to Benedict in that ball game. Pitts behind the arc, knocks down a triple for the Tigerettes. Remisha Pitts, first points of the ball game, had 17 yesterday in the semifinals, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Stoll on the floor, and Stoll knocks down a triple for the Lady Tigers. They trade baskets, 12-9, Benedict leads. Up top, foul unextended. This is Jackson. Shots off the cylinder. Ashby clears for Benedict. 2-on-2 basketball. Now Bay will wait on the rest of the crew. Behind the arc, Johnson Kelly. Her shot's off the mark. Bay got a hand on it, but can't keep it in play. We're at 5:16 left, first period of play. Championship ball game. Blakely. Left side, Thomas. At the block, Jackson. Circles, tried to save it, she does. Whistles in the corner, travel violation on India Blakely. Boxed it back out on the floor now for Coach Rice and the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers of Benedict coming into the tournament ranked 15th nationally. Johnson Kelly now across the timeline. Raises with the jumper from out front, missed on it. Rebound cleared by Jackson and Tuskegee. Up to Jackson, nice push by her, left side all the way to the rack, she's fouled. Foul is going to be called on Bostic. Bostic just back out on the floor for Coach Rice, picks up her second. So she may have to depart this ball game after picking up her second. 4:39 left in the first period of this championship ball game. 12-9 lead for the Lady Tigers of Benedict over the Tigerettes of Tuskegee. Take a break here, our first on Flo Hoops. More with championship action after this timeout. Back live inside the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. Multi-purpose facility here. Basketball action going on one side of the facility with our tournament, and just behind us, volleyball tournament going on as well. So a packed facility overall. At the line for the Tigerettes of Tuskegee before the timeout is actually a Jackson, the redshirt junior. Jackson knocks down the first free throw. So Benedict with the 12-10 lead. Jackson misses on the second. White chases down that errant shot. And we go back the other way. Bostic still on the floor, trying to throw it inside and threw it away. Good defensive work there by Shelly Daniels. Now Blakely, left side. Thomas behind the arc. Pass into Daniels, back out to Blakely. She'll push right side, lost the basketball in traffic inside. Tuskegee 4 of 10 from the floor. Benedict 2 of 10 shooting. Bostic behind the arc now, up to White. Bay squares for 3 and can't get it to fall. Jackson clears the errant shot, and Tuskegee back the other way with a chance to tie the basketball game at 12. This is Pitts, slides inside, underneath, and whistles. Foul's going to be called on Shanicia White, the junior from St. Matthews, South Carolina. So Pitts to the line to shoot. Tamia Willingham King out on the floor for the Tigerettes. Amaya Ayana Armstead out back on the floor now for Coach Rice and the Lady Tigers. Pitts with the first free throw. She's good. First trip to the free throw line for the Tigerettes in the basketball game. And Pitts, the senior, brings this game even at 12 each with 3:36 left in this first period of play. Johnson Kelly up top for the Lady Tigers of Benedict. Works it down in the corner. White shoots a three and knocks it down there for the Lady Tigers. 3 of 6 from behind the arc for the Lady Tigers of Benedict early in this basketball game. They go back up top 15-12. Bay jumps Blakely. Now up top Daniels. They try to dump it down inside to Jackson. Tied up there with Ayanna Armstead and Shanicia White. It'll stay with Tuskegee on the arrow. But good coverage down low by that Lady Tiger Benedict. Benedict Lady Tiger offense. The defense down here on Jackson. They want to double her to make sure that she does not get relaxed in there and get into one-on-one situations like she did there on that entry pass and got an easy basket. So Jackson with the basket. Make it 15-14. Benedict, they have the basketball. Left side, Johnson Kelly underneath, and she drew a foul. Foul will be called on Tamia Willingham King for the Tigerettes. And that'll send Johnson Kelly to the line shooting. Hannah Stahl back out on the floor. She'll replace Ayanna Armstead in the lineup. Johnson Kelly shooting 2. See her on the penetration there. And trailing that play was Willingham King picking up the foul. First free throw by Johnson Kelly is good. She had 3 points, 4 rebounds in the semifinal matchup on yesterday. That second shot is off the mark. First miss from the free throw line by the Lady Tigers in this championship ball game. Backside, easy look at the basket, but the shot is off the mark by Willingham King. Tuskegee gets another look. Pitts for 3. Pitts, yeah. The senior gives Tuskegee a 17-16 lead, their first lead of the ball game. Bay back inside, left it short. Basketball, Blakely wants to push now. She'll slide all the way through, floater to the rack, and India Blakely, the junior, separates and gets the hoop. 19-16 after the push by Blakely. Stahl works out front now. Benedict trailing for the first time. White surveys, now to Bay. 10 to shoot for the Lady Tigers. Johnson Kelly with 7. White behind the arc, 5. She'll raise and fire. That one looks short, and it is short. Bay got the rebound, and they're going to count that basket against Jackson. And Bay bailing out the Lady Tigers there with no time on that shot clock left. Got that rebound, slid right past Jackson to get it. And she drew the foul as well. That's just headsy basketball there by Ayanna Bay, the junior. So Bay can tie the ball game up at 19 with the conversion of the free throw. Already players in the lane got a violation here by White. We're going to go back the other way. White trying to best Lena Eunice, who just got on the floor for the Tigerettes, to the spot. And they will have the violation, and the lead will remain with the Tigerettes. Tuskegee now having to face full court pressure by the Lady Tigers. Pitts across the timeline. Lost her dribble. Tie up on the floor. Jump ball going to be called with Johnson Kelly tying up Pitts. And the basketball over to the Lady Tigers of Benedict on possession. Armstead back out on the floor now for the Lady Tigers of Benedict. She'll replace Stahl. Johnson Kelly out front. We're at 1:23 left, first period on the weave. Armstead's got some space left side, all the way through to the rack, and she'll get the lay-in. Benedict back on top, 2019. Blakely with the quick step now. Back across the floor. Willingham King got the basket. We'll check, they're going to wave it off. Got an offensive push down low. That was on Lena Eunice. Eunice with her first. And that'll give the basketball back over to Benedict. Amaya Ashby out on the floor now for the Lady Tigers. She will replace White in the lineup. Johnson Kelly, hard push right side to the rack. She'll draw the foul. Benedict spreading the floor, giving the guards some room to work toward the base to the rack. And they have taken every opportunity to do so. Johnson Kelly on the penetration. Pitts trying to catch up. So Kelly to shoot here. We're at 57 seconds left, first period of play. At the line, Johnson Kelly misses on the first. Indication that that foul on Eunice on the other end prior to the set here on this half-court set was not a foul. So she's still free of any fouls at this point. Johnson Kelly misses them both from the line. Shelly Daniels clears for Tuskegee. Over to Blakely. She comes across the timeline. Willingham King fires the three, knocks down a three. Didn't get credit for the one before that, but in the same spot this trip down the floor she will. And Tuskegee takes a 22-20 lead. So Willingham King spotting up and knocking it down for the Tigerettes. Ashby takes a three. Spinner is off the mark. Stahl with the rebound. In traffic. Got it over to Ashby. Ashby to the rack. Can't convert. But Ayana Bay gives them another look. This is Ashby for three. Left corner. Air ball. There's the usual Ayana Bay on the inside. So stealthy on the inside. Finding that space. Willingham King, this one partially deflected by Ashby. And out of bounds, it'll belong to the Lady Tigers with 1.3 left in this first half. First period play. Ashby challenging and blocked a shot by Willingham King. So Kelly Johnson will hold it there. We told you that this championship ball game would be tight. At the end of one period, they deliver. Willingham King knocks down a jumper there. Teams tied at 22 each. Take a break here on FloHoops. Back alive inside the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center 2020 SIAC basketball tournament. It's Championship Saturday. Women's championship ball game. Lady Tigers of Benedict looking for their overall 7th SIAC crown against the Tigerettes of Tuskegee University. Tuskegee looking for its 4th overall and first title on a second-year head coach Trelaine Powell. Whistles on the shot near the foul line by Willingham King. So she'll be shooting. Just underway, second period. They finished the first period at 22 each. And King at the line shooting. Got the first free throw. She'll set for the second. Knocks them both down. Tigerettes reclaim the 2-point lead. And here come the Lady Tigers from Benedict. This is Ashby out front. Over now to Journey Jones, who just got on the floor. Inside, Ayana Bay. Bay going to work on Jackson and got the spinner on Eunice and got the basket right side. So Bay with that basket. That's her 8th point of the first half. Back the other way to Eunice. Underneath. Nice work. Body control by Eunice. Right side got the lay on. Her first points of the ball game. Tuskegee with the 26-24 lead. Bay fighting for position inside on Eunice. She'll have it left block. Now works away inside the paint. Slides to the right. And missed on the shot. Eunice clears over to Willingham King. Push pass, Eunice. Left side, extended jumper. It's good. All 5 feet away, Eunice. At the top of her range from the floor, got that one to fall. Make it 28-24. Ashby out front. Hoisting a 3 is Bay. That shot's off the mark. Pitts with the good screen out of Johnson Kelly for the rebound. Blakely pushes down at the block. Eunice whistles travel on her attempt to come inside the paint. So Tuskegee by 4 with 8:26 left in this first half of the women's championship ball game. Men's championship to follow. Bears of Miles College and the Golden Rams of Albany State. Thrilling win by the Golden Rams last night over Morehouse with a last-second basket in regulation. Down at the block now. Shot to the cylinder off the mark by Armstead. Whistles underneath as she got a rebound.
That are crispy.
Foul's going to be called on Shelly Daniels.
Right.
Armstead with the positioning on the inside. On the putback, it's Daniels on the reach end. As Genesis Adams makes it out on the floor now for the Tigerettes.
Put my glove on.
Armstead misses on the first free throw. Benedict now 7 of 12 from the free throw line. Armstead for the second. Got that one to fall. Tuskegee into the semifinals last year here in the tournament and lost to Kentucky State 46-40. And the Tigerettes at Benedict College got to the quarterfinals with their first spot of duty after having a first round bye and got beat then. So they are hungry to return to a championship. Basketball near the mid-stripe. Whistles there. As Hannah Stahl going to be guilty of a foul. Trying to keep up with Blakely. We're down to 7:53 left first half. Tuskegee with the 3-point lead. Blakely out front. Raises with the jumper outside. Hit the front of the iron, but Pitts there with the rebound. With the putback left side. Can't get it to fall. Back the other way now. Pushing the basketball is Randall. All the way through to the rack, and she got the floater right side. Tigerettes just never pulled on her defensively, and she makes them pay. As Stahl commits another foul near the mid-stripe. Randall just kept going and got to the cylinder for the lay-in. Tuskegee by 1. Last Tuskegee title was in the 2008 season. Bank shot there by Adams is off the mark. Rebound to Randall. Cross dribble by Randall in the paint. Tried to slide it down low to Bay. Just not able to get it around the body of Eunice, who was covering down low. 7:07 left first period. The first half of basketball. Lady Tigers of Benedict, winners back-to-back in the SIAC in 16 and 17. Coach Rice looking for his 4th title, won it in 2014 and back-to-back 16 and 17. Trying to pull one here in 20. Pitts out front. Looks to the inside. Now back up front to Eunice. Whistles, travel violation by Eunice out front. Turnover number 6 by the Tigerettes. As Johnson Kelly reports back out on the floor. White takes a seat. Holston out on the floor now. She'll replace Stahl in the Lady Tiger lineup. Benedict basketball. Johnson Kelly up front. We're at 6:38 left in this first half. Ayanna Bay behind the arc now. She'll circle left side. Slide pass underneath. And Armstead too far into the basket. Missed on the shot. Eunice clears. And here come the Tigerettes now. Blakely, right side Pitts. Behind the arc for 3. Missed on it. Shot it hard. A run out by the Lady Tigers right side. Armstead with the triple. Shots off the mark. Going to the floor was Willingham King. Looks like she got rid of that basketball before the feet moved, but the official standing closest to it said that she committed the travel. Got it grabbed right there, and she pushed on it. Questionable call there, but it'll stand with the Lady Tigers handling the basketball. Bay at the left block. She'll circle right side. Hard move by Bay to the cylinder, and she got it. Nice work with the soft hands on the inside. Benedict with the 1-point lead. Pitts at the block. She missed. They converge for the basketball, and Ayana Bay comes away with it for the Lady Tigers. White behind the arc, launches the three, front of the iron. Whistles, we go back the other way. Armstead going to be guilty of the foul. Stahl back out on the floor, and so does Randall come back for the Lady Tigers.
At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Blakely in the backcourt, 5:29 left first half. Tuskegee with the basketball, they trail by 1 point. Pitts works right side. Eunice foul on extended with the jumper, missed on the shot. In the backcourt, so Eunice is going to come over to steal underneath and missed on the lay-in. Randall up the floor now for the Lady Tigers. This is Bay for three, front of the iron. 5 minutes now remaining first half of play. Blakely slides right side all the way through to the rack. Can't convert, she was too deep under the cylinder. And here comes Johnson Kelly. Benedict by a point. Pushes up top Bay. Now head fake and whistles on the play. She commits the travel. Come to a timeout here in the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center with 4:43 left in the first half of this contest. Benedict with a 29-28 lead over Tuskegee. Take a break here on FloHoops.
Can I take the other side of this? And obviously, I'm not disagreeing.
Back live. Championship action first half. Lady Tigers of Benedict with a 29-28 lead over the Tigerettes of Tuskegee University. Winners, 2020 SIAC champs on the women's side. After the timeout now, Blakely will come into the front court for the Tigerettes. Over to Willingham King at the block, Adams, and a blocking foul down low. Janicia White falling down on the defense there. Indication here is that Adams is going to be shooting two here. And then Coach Rice obviously questioning that, saying that Adams not in the process of shooting, but the bonus, they're already in the bonus. Tuskegee is. Randall out on the floor. White takes a seat. Benedict right now 9 of 22 shooting from the floor, as Adams misses on the first free throw. Set for the second of two. Adams misses them both. Bay clears there for the Lady Tigers of Benedict. They go back the other way with a 1 point lead in tow. On the move, Randall. Back out front to Armstead. Armstead up top to Ayana Bay. Whistles as Bay pushes left side. Foul called on Christina Massey. Massey just out on the floor for Coach Powell and the Tigerettes. So Benedict with the basketball. We go down to 4:13 left first half. Still leading by a point. Across the floor, Ayana Bay. Bay with a hard step left side. Now down at the block, turns with the jumper and a whistle. Massey's picked up back-to-back fouls here for the Tigerettes guarding Bay. Stahl back out on the floor now for Coach Rice. She'll replace Bay in the lineup, or Armstead in their lineup. Eunice back out for the Tigerettes, replacing Massey, who just picked up the second personal. So Benedict already. As Bay misses on the first. And Bay with the second. Up to 10 points and 7 rebounds already as she misses the second as well. But the basketball back to the Lady Tigers. They'll have a fresh 20 to work with. Out front now with the basketball. That's Octavia Hawkins who's on the floor. Hawkins at the block to Bay. Bay sweeping left hook, missed on the shot. Basketball swiped by Lay for the Tigerettes, but she knocked it out of bounds. Ayana Bay deep there at the block. Good defense there by Eunice. And coming in, that was Lay trying to get a handle on that basketball and knocked it to the surface out of bounds. Entry pass inside to Boston. Boston out front to Bay. Bay left side, lost it on the surface. Basketball stays with Benedict. 3:45 left first half. Been on the Benedict side for about a minute and a half or so here. Randall to inbound it, in traffic and threw it away. They had to hurry, shot clock was down, back the other way now. Across the floor they go to Eunice underneath. Hook shot by Eunice, missed on the shot. Adams got the rebound and the putback, and Bostic's picked up her third personal as Genesis Adams will go to the line to shoot free throws. So Adams, the freshman from Columbus, Georgia. Good work down under the basket. She'll shoot two here, a chance to give Tuskegee the lead. Adams got that one to stay down in the cylinder. Tied at 29. Got them both from the line. Tuskegee reclaims the lead, 30-29. Lead change number 5 in this championship ball game. 3:34 remains first half. Johnson Kelly back out on the floor, handles the basketball out front for Benedict. Trying to get it to Bay, who's squaring up. Eunice guarding. Bay inside the paint, pushes out front. On the move now is Randall. Randall tied up and lost it. Up the floor goes Thomas. She's got a break, right side, and she got the lay-in. Good transition basket there by Tuskegee with 3:07 left in this first half. Bay out front. Jump shot there off the mark. Rebound. Pitts for the Tigerettes. So good job by Pitts to corral that one for Tuskegee. Jackson, entry pass, threw it too deep. Armstead pushes up the floor. Randall behind the fray. Shot rejected from behind as Lay catches up with it. And Lay swats it down the hallway of the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center. They had the break there. But watch Lay in the screen hustling to catch up. And a clean block to knock it out of bounds. 2:33 remains first half. Tuskegee with a 32-29 lead. Lady Tigers to inbound it. They push it out front. This is Ashby with the basketball. Across the floor to Bay. Bay wants to push right side. Back to Ashby instead for three. She missed on the shot, but Johnson Kelly with a rebound. Out front now for three. This shot's off the mark by Golston, but yet another rebound there for the Lady Tigers. Johnson Kelly swept through the lane, missed on the shot, and she's fouled. Lady Tigers winning the battle of second chance opportunities. The last couple of trips down the floor have had more than 2 opportunities. He this time had 3 looks at it. 2:05 left, first half of play. Johnson Kelly shooting here. Kelly knocks down the first free throw. For the second. She gets them both, her 5th point of the basketball game, and it cuts the lead, the Tuskegee lead, to 32-31. Full court pressure now by the Lady Tigers. Pitts with the basketball in the backcourt. She'll slide left side across the timeline. 1:55 left, first half. Women's championship ball game live from Rock Hill Sports and Events Center in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Whistles, left block. They call the foul on Kayla Thomas, the senior from Atlanta, with the elbow. So the basketball back over to Benedict. Golson back out on the floor for the Lady Tigers. Johnson Kelly to Ashby. Entry pass in traffic, and they throw it away again. Trying to get it inside the Armstead. But triple teamed in there, and it's an easy takeaway for Tuskegee. Blakely on the weave to Willingham King. She'll slide right side. Now Eunice on the move. She's fouled as she got the jump shot up about 10 feet away. So they call the foul on Amaya Ashby for the Lady Tigers. Eunice to shoot here. Eunice with 4 points in this first half. First trip to the free throw line for Tuskegee. Octavia Hawkins out on the floor for the Lady Tigers. She'll replace Ashby after Ashby picked up that foul. Eunice got that one to roll forward, and the basket for Tuskegee. 33-31 after the first free throw. And Cylinder pops out on that, the second one for her. So the lead to 2 for Tuskegee, with the Lady Tigers handling the basketball. This is Benedict, Lady Tigers handling. Left side, Johnson Kelly. Behind the arc, fires a three-pointer, missed it left side. Kayla Thompson clears for Tuskegee. We're under a minute remaining in this first half of play of this championship ball game. Blakely on a weave to Pitts. Pitts cross dribble left side, and she lost it on the floor. Basketball picked up by Johnson Kelly, one-on-one with Willingham King. She slides through and got the lay-in. So she'll tie it with 33 seconds left. And Tuskegee now on their end of the floor. Gets it to Pitts. 28 seconds in the first half. 15 to shoot for the Tigerettes. Pitts shot in the paint's rejected. Bay took it away. We have a whistle in the backcourt. Foul was called on Kayla Thomas. Both teams already in the double bonus. So Bay going back to the other end to shoot now for the Tigerettes. Pitts inside. Armstead with the block. Stoll back out. And so is Randall. So Ayanna Bay with 21 seconds left in this first half. Shooting 2 here from the line. Bay for the first, got that one to fall. Bay now 3 of 4 from the free throw line, with the second coming. Now 4 of 5 as she hits that second as well. Hawkins takes a seat. Journey Jones back out. So final 21 seconds left in the first half. Tuskegee across the timeline to pitch. Willingham King with the three-pointer hit the back of the iron. Long rebound by Stoll. And the Lady Tigers with a shot here with a basket before we get to intermission. Johnson Kelly with 4 to shoot. Left side on the rack and a travel violation. So at 1.8 seconds left now, Tuskegee have enough time to hoist one. King to Blakely. She'll get it airborne, but not enough ump on it to get it to the cylinder. So we come to the intermission of the 2020 SIAC Women's Championship ball game. And at the break, it's the Lady Tigers of Benedict College with a 35-33 lead over the Tigerettes of Tuskegee University. 20 minutes of basketball remaining to determine who will be the 2020 SIAC champions. After a break, we'll bring you the second half of this championship contest, live on FloHoops. And welcome back, everybody. We are live at the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Championship Saturday. We're at the midpoint of the women's championship ball game between the Lady Tigers of Benedict College and the Tigerettes of Tuskegee University. A thrilling first half of basketball. At the intermission, it's Benedict with a 35-33 lead over the Tigerettes of Tuskegee, and more action to come in the second half to mirror what we saw in that first half of play. A lot of stars on the floor, a lot of action. Let's take a look at some of the numbers from that first half of play. As we get to this 2-point lead at Benedict at the break from the floor, Tuskegee a bit better at 35% shooting. Benedict at 26.5, or 25.6 up to 26 on the average. From behind the arc, Tuskegee at 33%, Benedict close to 16% shooting there. The rebounding edge to the Lady Tigers, and the assist edge going to the Tigerettes of Tuskegee. Turnovers in that first half, Tuskegee with 11, Benedict with 10. And individual play in that first half, Norisha Pitts leading Tuskegee with 8 points and 4 rebounds along with 1 steal. Neither player for Tuskegee in double figures. But for the Lady Tigers of Benedict, Ayanna Bay, the first team all-conference player and player of the year, finished that first half with 12 points, 9 rebounds, just 1 rebound away from the double-double. And she led all scorers with the 12 points in that half. Got 7 from Wakira Johnson-Kelly coming off the bench for the Lady Tigers of Benedict as well in that first half of play. Set to begin second half play now. Benedict looking for its 7th title as a program overall. Tuskegee looking for its 4th in women's basketball. Women's tournament in the SIAC starting in 1979. Tuskegee winning it latest time was 2008, and they won it in that inaugural year of 1979. Benedict winners in 17, their latest, and their earliest came in 2004. Back to live action now, second half. Lady Tigers with it on a half-court set, leading it by 2. Johnson Kelly fires out front, and she knocks down a jumper. So Johnson Kelly with that basket, 9 in the basketball game now. It answered back just on the inside. Jackson got an easy free shot in the inside for the lay-in. 38-35 after the basket by Jackson. Lady Tigers still lead it. Just underway here, third period. Amaya Ashby out front for the Lady Tigers. Across the floor now, Shanicia White free for 3. Missed on it backside. Jackson clears for Tuskegee now. Up the floor, Blakely. Blakely pushes through. Lay on the move, right corner, and she drew a foul. Amaya Ashby trying to catch up with that play. And that will send Lay to the line shooting for Tuskegee. Sheree Lay, the junior, got the first. They scoreless in that first half. Knocked down the free throws that trip to the line. 1 point lead now for Benedict. Out front, Bay behind the arc, right side. Now over to Randall. Ayana with a move inside the paint, dumped it down low to White. She wasn't looking. Turnover gives it back over to Tuskegee. Turnover number 11 for the Lady Tigers of Benedict. And Tuskegee with a chance to go up with a basket. Hits, circles, behind the arc with the jumper. Had a good look, not able to put it down, but Jackson with the putback. She was falling back on the shot, so she missed it. But a save and a rebound inside, and they'll give it over to Jackson for the lay-in. Good second effort by the Tigerettes under their own basket to keep that play alive as Jackson gets the lay-in. Jackson now with 7 points in the basketball game. And Tuskegee with the 1 point lead now, 39-38. We're at 7:54 left, third period. Seventh lead change of the ball game. Out to Ashby. She'll fire the jumper with 2 seconds on the shot clock, and Ashby knocks it down. 41-39 after the basket by Ashby. Ashby with her first points of the ball game. Daniels, entry pass, Jackson. Jackson to the rack, left side, missed on the shot. Fought for the rebound, had it momentarily, but it comes clear to the Lady Tigers. Back the other way, basketball taken away by Sheree Lay, but she's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Tigers. 7:13 left, third period. Ayana Armstead out on the floor now for the Lady Tigers. She'll replace White in the lineup. Randall pushes back out front, Ayana Bay. Bay to Armstead. She'll fire a three-pointer, left it on the front iron. Daniels clears for Tuskegee. Her third rebound of the ball game. They try to get it inside to Jackson. Not there, but rebound backside Daniels. Basketball chased down in the corner and saved by the Lady Tigers of Benedict. Up the floor now, Ashby. Too deep under the basket, and she goes down immediately. Ashby favoring that left leg, but they can't stop play. They can do it now after Daniels got the lay-in. So Ashby favoring her left knee as she went down awkwardly, as you can tell when she was trying to get that lay-in right side. 6:39 remains. 41-40. After the basket on the other end by Shelly Daniels. Lady Tigers a player short with Amaya Ashby down on the floor. See it on that replay when she tried to lay that basketball in, how awkwardly she stepped on that leg. It was on the right side of the basket. But there you see just a hard stop with the left leg trying to plant for the lay-in. Just kind of stood on it kind of awkwardly, kind of jolting it to the floor. As soon as she takes this step right here, you'll see it right there. And she's not even able to complete that follow-through on the lay-in. In so much pain after the hard jolt on the floor. Nobody touched her. It's just the contact between her leg, which may be awkwardly placed, and coming down on the floor. Right here you can see it. And just kind of buckled that knee toward the inside. So they tend to her on that end of the floor with 6:39 remaining, and Tuskegee leading it 41-40. We'll take a quick timeout here on FloHoops. So we'll stay here on this break as they keep tending to her at courtside. Now they're about to get her up under her own power. So Amaya Ashby, the freshman from Miami, Florida, for the Lady Tigers, headed toward the bench. It's questionable as to whether she can return to this championship ball game. down on the end of the Lady Tiger bench. Such a big influence in that semifinal ball game on yesterday with the double-double of 10 points, 10 rebounds. We'll see if she can return. Benedict with the basketball, trailing by a point. Octavia Hawkins in the lineup. Slide pass, Ayana Bay left side. Back to Hawkins at the block left side. Now a blocking foul called in on Shelly Daniels down inside the paint. Daniels picked up her third with 6:15 left in the third. Eunice back out on the floor. She'll replace Daniels in the lineup. So Randall to inbound it now, pushes out front to Armstead. Armstead with space, fires a three-pointer, missed on the shot. Jackson clears for the Tigerettes. Jackson with her sixth rebound of the basketball game. She squares foul line extended now on Bay, leaning with the jumper left side, missed on the shot. Eunice there for the putback underneath though. So Eunice got to the rack and picks up her seventh point of the ball game. Armstead left side all the way through. Floater was down, but it came out. Basketball stripped away there. Good work by Johnson Kelly to keep it alive for the Tigerettes, or the Lady Tigers, as Armstead misses on a three. This time Pitts most secure on the rebound, as Brianna Stevens now is on the floor. Works it up the floor to Blakely with a pass. Right side, Pitts on the move now. Shot rejected on the inside by Bay. Basketball tapped out of bounds. And officials say that it belongs to the Lady Tigers of Benedict. Randall takes a seat as Octavia Hawkins inbounds the basketball. Golson back out on the floor as White comes back out as well. Johnson Kelly with 5:10 left in the third period handles out front. Up top to Armstead. After a cut, this is Hawkins in the corner. White with 8 to shoot. Entry pass, Bay. She'll have to run it down left side. Doubled inside the paint. Lost the basketball. 4-on-1 now for the Tigerettes. Over to Jackson, left side to the rack, and they finish. Pitts will get an assist there, drawing that defense to the middle of the paint. And Jackson able to finish left side. 5-point lead for Tuskegee now with 4:30 left in the third period. White out front. Now Bay out front with 8 to shoot. Whistles. And a foul called out front on Jackson. Look at this replay with Bay out front. Jackson. 4:18 left on the clock here in the third period. Jackson's hit with the foul, 45-40. Tuskegee leads. We'll take a break here on Flo Hoops. Back live here in the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center. 4:18 left in this third period of women's action. 2020 SIAC basketball tournament. The Lady Tigers of Benedict trailing the Tigerettes of Tuskegee 45-40 in the women's championship. Men to follow. It'll be the Bears of Miles College and the Golden Rams of Albany State. Tip-off slated for 7 p.m. here in the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center. So Tuskegee or Benedict will have the basketball on the far side of the floor with Bay set to inbound it. Out front, Johnson Kelly back out on the floor. So is Bostic, as well as Randall. Bostic playing with foul trouble at 3 before the intermission. On the weave, Johnson Kelly, 6 to shoot. They go to White, foul line extended with the jumper, missed right side. Jackson clears for Tuskegee. Up to Blakely. White down on the floor. Blakely inside the paint. The runner is off the mark. White able to finally get up and come back the other way. She'll join the offense back on there into the floor. Johnson Kelly now with a jumper outside, and she knocks it down. And White to go to the sideline now. Took a shot to the lip. Had a blood splatter there if she took the shot. 3:39 left in the third. Benedict trailing at 45-42. Tigerettes with a 3-point lead. Johnson Kelly able to square up nicely on that jumper to knock it down for Benedict. She's got 12. They're calling up now to take a look at the action on the inside. Trying to determine exactly what they're looking for here after that transition of the basket by Johnson Kelly. That's you see where the elbow to the lip occurred there. It's certainly a part of the regular part of play there as to how that happened. Nothing intentional about that by Jackson at all. As White takes the hard shot to the lip. As you see a turning here inside the paint. Missing on that shot, but here the altercation takes place right at the point that they're fighting for that rebound. Jackson got it, and she was just trying to shake free and coming across to grab her in the lip. 3:39 left here in the third. 45-42, Tuskegee with the lead. Officials still taking a look at it at sideline. So the 3-point lead by the Tigerettes. They will have the basketball. Stoll back out on the floor for the Lady Tigers of Benedict. Inbound pass to Pitts. Now Blakely handles. 3:37 left in the third. Pitts in the corner, Stevens. Travel violation by Stevens in the corner. Work it down the floor. (45-42). Tuskegee with the lead. Right side all the way through. Johnson Kelly to the rack, and she got the basket. Make it 45-49, 44 after the basket by Kelly now. Stevens, left side behind the arc. Over to Eunice. Across the floor, Pitt squares for three. Remmers off the mark. Rebound cleared by Ayana Bay. Johnson Kelly, left corner. Randall at the block, Bostic. Up top, Bay now with 2:48 remaining. Armstead cocks and fires a three-pointer. That shot's off the mark. Bostic got it. She'll push it out to Johnson Kelly for a fresh 20 for Benedict. Johnson Kelly rifles a three-pointer. That's an air ball. Chased out of bounds. Armstead gave chase but not able to pull it in. Now Tuskegee will have the basketball as Stoll reports back out on the floor. Eunice to inbound it. White reporting back to the Benedict bench. Blakely across the timeline now. Slides inside the paint. Nice dish to Adams. Adams to the rack. Can't finish. But Blakely got the rebound underneath, and she's fouled. Foul was called on Bostic, and Bostic has picked up her fourth. So White reporting back to the floor after being patched up in the dressing room. Took a shot to the lip. So Tuskegee now will have it right of the cylinder. Stevens pushes. Blakely slides top of the key. Tuskegee by a point. Foul on extended. Eunice with the jumper. Line drive. Got the forward roll, and she knocks it down for the Tigerettes. So Eunice with a big basket there. 47-44 lead for Tuskegee. Right side, Johnson Kelly out front, White for three, and she drops it coming right off the bench for the Lady Tigers. Ties the basketball game at 47. Stevens out front now behind the arc with her jumper, and that's off the mark. Rebound fought for. Adams got it airborne. Now Pitts chases it down in the corner. Stevens is free. Over the head of Adams down low. So the turnover gives the basketball back to the Lady Tigers of Benedict. Tied at 47. Johnson Kelly really stepping up her ball game in this championship contest across the timeline. Already in double figures on the floor, close to that in rebounds as well. Johnson Kelly to the rack, drew the whistle, and she got the basket as well. Hard push by Johnson Kelly right side. Works past Blakely. And they call the foul on Blakely. So a minute 14 left. Benedict surges ahead 49-47 with Johnson Kelly shooting the free throw. And she got the free throw. 3-point lead now for Benedict with a minute 14 left. Octavia Hawkins out on the floor now for the Lady Tigers as Tuskegee inbounds it in the backcourt. Full court pressure. She'll get it in play to Blakely. Blakely pushes up the floor right side. Blakely slides the paint. Lost the dribble back out to Pitts. 65 seconds left in the third. Pitts hard push right side at the block, and she draws a foul at the baseline. Foul called on Hannah Stahl for the Lady Tigers. She'll pick up her third. And that'll send Normisha Pitts to the line shooting. .58 seconds left in the third. Hawkins departs, and Randall back out on the floor. So Pitts with the free throws. Good on the first. And good on the second. So 50-49 now. Benedict with the lead. They have the basketball with 55 seconds left in the third period of the championship ball game. Entry pass at the block to Armstead. Back out front, White. White, 2 of 2 on three-pointers. Last two trips down the floor. 53-49 after the triple by White. Back to back. 18 to shoot for Tuskegee with 25 seconds left. Stevens leans back with the jumper, and she missed in the corner. Rebound to the Lady Tigers. Trying to see if they can't get another basket before the break. They lead it by 4. 14 seconds left in the third period. White now with 9. Now she'll attack with 6. Right side, stutter steps. Lost the dribble. Got it in the paint. Bay at the buzzer, knocks it down. And the Lady Tigers work that to perfection in a half-court set. Right at the buzzer, Bay inside the paint. Knocks the basketball down from about 7 feet away on a short jumper. 55-49 on Championship Saturday as White knocks down a triple, her second in a row. Take a break here. fourth quarter of the championship match just ahead as Bay finishes inside. Back live inside the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center in Rock Hill, South Carolina, site of the 2020 SIAC basketball tournament. We go into the final 10 minutes of the women's championship ball game. Benedict leading it 55-49 over Tuskegee. Shelly Daniels for Tuskegee at the foul line. Turns right side, head fake underneath, lost the basketball. Daniels had it Jackson had it, now she'll catch it again in the corner. Lost it for a second. Jump shot, Blakely, right side, routed it and stayed down for the junior. So the all-conference player knocks down that jumper. 4-point lead for Benedict now, 55-51. White to the rack, missed on the shot. Basketball controlled by Jackson. Tuskegee back the other way. Blakely with the quick step. Foul on extended with the jumper. Rattle that one, same result. Blakely, quick step, knocks down the jumper at the foul line. 9:05 left in the ball game. Players know what's on line here. Giving it their best. Blakely, back-to-back buckets for the Tigerettes. Bay to the rack. And a whistle, she'll be going to the line to shoot. They call the foul on Shelly Daniels. So Daniels picks up her fourth. And Bay to the line to shoot. Bay with 14 points, 12 rebounds, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. 8:53 remains. Benedict with a 41-30 rebounding edge against the Tigerettes. Bay knocks down the first free throw. Turnovers, even at 14. From the floor, Tuskegee 17 of 48 for 35%. As Bay knocks down the second one, Benedict 18 of 56 from the floor at 32%. 57-53. Tuskegee with the basketball, they trail. Up the floor, Eunice, left side to the rack, missed on the shot, but the rebound by Jackson. Jackson with the reverse put back, they'll count the basket. Jackson just took it away from Ayanna Bay, won that battle, and she got the reverse lay-in. How about the work by Ashala Jackson at the baseline? Just demanding that basketball away from Ayanna Bay and got the lay-in. Jackson, 7 points, 9 rebounds. 7 points, 9 rebounds. That's her 8-point as she got that free throw. Actually, that ought to take her up to 10 points now after the layup as well. So 8:30 remains. Benedict leads by a point, 57-56. 10 lead changes in this basketball game. Jackson Kelly fires, missed on the shot. Loose basketball. Bay runs it down. Armstead out front now, on the move inside the paint, all the way through to the rack. And a whistle on the penetration. Willingham King guilty of the foul for the Tigerettes. As you see Armstead on the move left side. Not a whole lot of contact on that play. But the foul called on Willingham King nonetheless. So Armstead good on the first free throw, and she got them both from the line. 8 minutes, 11 seconds left, 59-56. Lady Tigers of Benedict with the lead. Championship ball game. Blakely fires a three-pointer from out front. Rebound Jackson, or Eunice that is, and Eunice with the putback. So Eunice with the basket on the inside. Nice work by her. She's got 11 in the basketball game. 1 point lead for Benedict. We go down to 7:45 left in the championship contest. Johnson Kelly works it right side. Behind the back, got some space with the jumper, missed on the shot. Basketball rebound by Pitts and the Tigerettes. Blakely to Pitts. Tuskegee with a chance to reclaim the lead. Two-three defense by Benedict. Down in the corner, Pitts. And a 3-second violation by Units, caught on the backside. So turnover number 15 gives the basketball back over to the Lady Tigers of Benedict. Back out on the floor now for the Tigerettes of Benedict is Christina Massey. And Sheree Lay back out as well. 7:14 remains. White up top. Now Bay takes a turn. She'll slide left side in the paint. Shot to the rack. She missed on the shot. Armstead got the rebound. And a whistle down at the block. Christina Massey guilty of the foul down low. They converged around Armstead, who had gotten the rebound. Not a shooting foul for the Lady Tigers. So White looking to the inside, dumps it to Bay. Bay over to Armstead. Now White raises with a jumper and a whistle out front. Massey picks up her fourth for Tuskegee. So that'll send White to the line to shoot with 6:47 left. In the game, White with 11 points and 3 rebounds gets the first free throw. 6:47 left in the ball game. 60-58 lead for the Lady Tigers of Benedict. White rattled and missed the second. Pitts with the rebound. And they'll get the timeout called. So the basketball will stay with Tuskegee. They'll take the timeout with 6:44 remaining. And Benedict leading it 60-58. Breaking the action will step out as well on FloHoops. .644 remaining in this championship ball game. 2 points separating the teams. Tuskegee trailing 60-58, but with the basketball. Up the floor. Thomas handles. Now back up top to Blakely. Blakely right side to Thomas. Now Lay foul line extended. She'll get some space with the jumper. Not able to knock it down, and a rebound cleared by Ayana Bay for the Lady Tigers of Benedict. Johnson Kelly up top to Bay. We approach the 6-minute mark left in this championship ball game as Johnson Kelly handles out front. At the block to White, and a whistle at the block. Foul called on Sheree Lay for the Tigerettes of Tuskegee. And we'll go to the line there. And White to shoot now for the Lady Tigers of Benedict. And she gets the first. The second shot by White is off the mark, and we go back the other way. Johnson Kelly fighting with Jackson at the block, and she gets hit with the foul. Pitts across the timeline now for the Tigerettes of Tuskegee. Over to Blakely. Blakely up to Lay. Back to Pitts. She'll fire a three-pointer. Spinners off the mark. Lay got the rebound. Put back left side, and she got it to the glass. Nice job by Lay to follow that shot and get the basket. Lead back to one for Benedict with 6:38 left. They double White inside. Left her alone now. Crip shot for her, and she'll get a basket, but they're going to wave it off. Charging foul on the inside. Lay able to hold the position. They drop off of her right about here, and then 2 or 3 steps. now. Looks like they're going to reverse the call. The officials gathered, and they're going to change the call. They say that she did not have positioning, and they'll count the basket. Tough call by the officiating crew to be able to go in there and reverse that call as they did. So instead, it'll be a foul on Lay. Count the basket by White. And she'll be shooting a free throw here. White got the free throw. That's a game changer there with 5:30 left. They had the defensive stand, and back down the floor, Jackson can't get the pass from Blakely. That was too tall. 5:23 left now. The lead by Benedict is up to 4. Randall in the backcourt. They threw it high toward the sideline, but she's able to pull it in. Benedict can go by up at 6 here as Armstead fires a three-pointer and missed. Rebound fought for. And another foul called inside against Tuskegee. This one going to go against Kayla Thomas. And that'll send Benedict back to the free throw line. See the foul there as Thomas ripping across the neck area of Randall, and Randall will be shooting. 5:08 left. Randall to shoot 2 here for Benedict. Randall misses on the first of 2. For the second now. 1 of 2 from the line. The lead by Benedict now up to 5 points, 65-60. Blakely across the timeline now with 5 minutes left. Up top, Thomas. Now to Jackson. Travel violation by Blakely, right side. So Tuskegee out of kilter here last couple of minutes. And Coach Powell knows it. And she'll take a timeout here. Takes it with 4:49 left in the basketball game. And her troops trailing it by 5 to the Lady Tigers of Benedict in championship action, 65-60. Take a break, see what the results are after this timeout. Back live inside the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. 2020 SIAC basketball tournament championship ball game. Benedict with a 65-60 lead over Tuskegee with 4:45 remaining in the contest. Randall across the timeline now for Benedict. Up top, Bay. She surveys out front to Armstead. Give and go, Armstead and White, and Armstead got the lay-in. Not what Coach Powell wanted after the timeout. Blakely at the block, fouled at the baseline. Johnson Kelly going to be guilty of that foul. I'll send Blakely to the line shooting for Tuskegee. Nice give and go there by the Lady Tigers once they got it onto the half-court floor. Armstead able to finish. And Benedict building a 7-point lead, 67-60. Blakely shooting here. Blakely 10 points, 2 rebounds. At the line, she gets the first. So 11 points for her, 67-61. Both free throws good. Lead back to 5 for Benedict. Randall up the floor. White now. Entry pass taken away by Shelly Daniels. Good anticipation by her. They were trying to go inside and taken away at the mid-stripe. Armstead got the lay-in, and she missed on it. Basketball tapped around, and we're going back the other way. White over the back. And we'll go back the other way. So Tuskegee now with the basketball. Armstead there just missed on that lay-in. Nothing you can say. Wide open. And White over the back. We're under 4 minutes left in the championship ball game. 5-point lead. Brianna Stevens out on the floor now for Tuskegee. Stevens left side to Jackson. She'll square to Daniels. Now Shelly Jackson free behind the arc. And the shot's off the mark. Actually behind the free throw line. Would have been a two-pointer, but we'll stay on this in the floor as Bay gives chase of that basketball, and she's the last to touch it. Actually, Bay's called for a foul as she and Jackson were running after that basketball. So that'll send Ashalia Jackson to the line now for the Tigerettes of Tuskegee with 3:39 remaining and a chance for them to cut into the Benedict lead. Tuskegee with that free throw make it 67-63. 16 of 19 from the free throw line. Jackson, the Remmers off the mark on the second free throw. Now the lead for Benedict down to 4. This is Johnson Kelly out front. Now over to Stahl. Bay way away from the basket. Had it tapped away. And Stevens guilty of a foul. So near the mid-stripe, Tuskegee almost coming away with a turnover there. Stevens went for the rip. Bay shooting. Bay got the first for the Lady Tigers. Benedict 22 of 32 from the free throw line. Bay got them both. 3:19 left. Stevens up the floor. Blakely left side stops, pops with the jumper. Nicely done by India Blakely. 69-65 after the jumper by Blakely with 3:05 left in this championship ball game. Johnson Kelly out front for the Lady Tigers. Entry pass, Bay right side. She'll give on the weave. Johnson Kelly with the jumper from out front and knocks down a triple for Benedict. Johnson Kelly with a dagger there. She's hit 2 or 3 big jumpers from behind the arc. None bigger than that one. Benedict opens his lead now to 72-65 with 2:46 left in regulation, and Johnson Kelly doing her thing. .246 remain. A big trip down the floor for the Lady Tigers, finishing it with that three-pointer by Johnson Kelly. 72-65 now. Benedict leads. Jackson out front, had it tapped away, and there's Johnson Kelly with a steal. Blakely chases, and she commits the foul on Johnson Kelly. So she will go back to the line now for Benedict to shoot. Jackson trying to shoot it back up front to Stevens, and Kelly right into the passing lane. And she runs the floor. She'll be shooting here. 2:31 left in the basketball game. Benedict with a chance to push their lead to 9. Largest lead of the contest. Either way, Johnson Kelly got the first. Set for the second now. Remmers off the mark. Daniels clears to Benedict. Stevens with the quick step now across the timeline. She'll push all the way through left side and missed on the lay-in. Daniels had it in her hands, but Randall wanted it more, so she took it away. 2:13. Jackson jumps Johnson Kelly out front. She'll slide by that defense. Works it back to Ayanna Bay. Now 10 to shoot. At the block, White. Nice bounce pass. Bay left side. She'll finish for the Lady Tigers. They got the Tigerettes spread on the floor now, and they push their lead to 10. Blakely whistles on her penetration right side. 1:47 left. Lead is 10 by Benedict. As you see that nice bounce pass there from Shanicia White. And Ayanna Bay with the easy conversion. Bay with 18 points and 14 rebounds. Blakely got the first free throw. And sets for the second now. Knocks them both down from the line. A minute 42 left in this championship ball game. Johnson Kelly between the legs to the rack, left it for White, left side, and she got the lay-in. Benedict working well with time running down in this ball game. Blakely with the jumper, she got it right side. A minute 23 left. Tigerettes of Tuskegee need a stop. Randall up to Bay. Across the floor to Armstead. Whistles out front. Foul called on Blakely for the Tigerettes. She picks up her third. .68 seconds remains before crowning the 2020 SIAC Women's Champs. 77-69, Benedict with the lead. Armstead shooting, got the first free throw. And she knocks them both down from the line. Stahl back out on the floor for the Lady Tigers of Benedict. 68 seconds and 10-point lead for Benedict over Tuskegee. Blakely quickly up the floor. Behind the arc, raises, fires a three-pointer, drains it for the Tigerettes. No quit in India Blakely. We're at 58 seconds left in the ball game now. Whistles near the mid-stripe and a timeout taken by Coach James Rice and the Lady Tigers of Benedict. We're down to 52 seconds left as Blakely behind the arc knocked down a big three there to keep Tuskegee within striking distance. But it's a 79-72 lead for the Lady Tigers of Benedict with just 52 seconds left in the ball game. So not a whole lot that Tuskegee's going to be able to do here except foul if they can early on and take their chances perhaps with the Lady Tigers from the free throw line shooting. Benedict in the ball game at 68%, 21 of 31 shooting from the line. They will have it side out just in front of the storage table. White set to do that. White down at the block. Johnson Kelly to the cylinder. And a whistle down low. So the foul called on Blakely. And that'll send Kelly to the line. That's all the strategy that can be employed here by Tuskegee at this point in the ball game. Rely or hope that the Lady Tigers falter at the free throw line. 51 seconds remains. And the first free throw by Johnson Kelly is good. They'll make it 80-72. She sets for the second. Knocks them both down at the line. Make it 81-72. Timeout with 51 seconds left. This one taken by Coach Powell and the Tigerettes of Tuskegee. Tuskegee, a game effort in this championship ball game. But in the end, it looks like the Lady Tigers are going to prove too much. Ayana Bay and the performance by Johnson Kelly has really been something to wonder. Also got some great play from Shanicia White in this championship ball game as well. So the Lady Tigers of Benedict right now with 3 in double figures. Bay, Johnson, and White. Bay with 18. Johnson 17 and White with 16. That trio was just about unstoppable in this basketball game. And Tuskegee did not play a bad basketball game at all. They throw it away in a half-court set. Blakely finished Pitts with 10 points. So has Jackson and Eunice with 11. But that was not enough for the Lady Tigers of Benedict. All SIAC first-team player